What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. My name is Luke, and I'm continuing my Road to Master Ball series today, playing on the ranked doubles ladder for Sword and Shield. I'm using a pretty unique team. This got top 8 in the second or third Galar Weekly that's run by VGC Stats. I really like Dusclops, and I like Toxapex. I think Toxapex is a really cool Pokemon. I've liked it since Sun and Moon and thought it should be competitively viable, and it seems like pretty much anything in Sword and Shield can be made to work if the meta calls for it. So this team is really complicated to play, actually. I don't expect to go positive with it because I am not amazing at VGC yet, but I'm learning, and I think this team is really fun. For those of you watching that are here for my usual Pokemon TCG content, I've been comparing this team to kind of like a stall or control deck because like you try to wear out the opponent while you're protecting, and they're taking damage from things like burn and whatnot. So let's see. I actually think I just passed by this rental team when I was on Trainer Tower looking at teams. So it doesn't look like anything too special. The Braviary probably has Tailwind, and they have the Sandstorm, T-Tar, Excadrill. The Arcanine is probably Intimidate. Let's see here. Ferrothorn is their counter to Trick Room. Or not really a counter to Trick Room, but I guess they're the only way they could deal with Trick Room. T-Tar is also kind of slow, but it seems fine to just go with my Trick Room plan here. Excadrill and Ferrothorn are both possible leads. I wouldn't mind going in with Arcanine. I also wouldn't mind going in with Haxorus. I think Haxorus is a good leader. And then probably Toxapex that can deal with Arcanine. And then, actually, I think I want Arcanine. I think I want Arcanine and Snorlax, so let's withdraw the Toxapex. We're not going to bring it to this one. Alright, yeah, so like I said, I'm by no means an expert at VGC, but I am trying to get better, and that's what this whole Road to Master Ball series is for. And since it's broken up into seasons, I guess I'll be progressing each season and seeing how high I can rank. It's kind of made like the Hearthstone ladder, where you get to Master Ball, and then everybody gets a numbered rank. So I think it's really cool how they did it, and I'm super excited to see how far up I can get on the ladder. So they started with Excadrill Braviary. Of course, we'll go with our Trick Room. And I probably want a Dynamax. Probably a good idea to get some extra defense here. They could switch out the Excadrill, or they could protect it. So I think I'll go Steel Spike into Braviary and see what's up with what they're doing. They could also switch into T-Tar to get the Sandstorm, but I'm about the Trick Room, so that extra speed doesn't matter either. So they have the Tailwind setter out, or they could switch into the T-Tar, but either way, I don't really mind that because of Trick Room. Okay, so the Excadrill did protect, so I'm super happy with my decision here to go for Braviary. Steel Spike that. Takes out a little over half health, and we get +1 on our defense. There's Tailwind, and then here's Trick Room. Okay, so now it's looking really good for us. Will-O-Wisp, the Excadrill, and Max Steel Spike again into the Braviary. So the burn on the Excadrill plus our defense stat being raised by 2, hopefully will make the Excadrill do its damage output should not be very good. Oh, they're actually going to Dynamax Braviary. Okay. I think I should be able to knock this out with 2 more Steel Spikes, though. Will-O-Wisp connects, that's perfect. Steel Spike on the Braviary. It looks like another one should knock it out, but maybe I can also hit it with a burn just to make sure. Max Knuckle not doing too much, but it does raise their attack, so that's an issue. I don't want the Excadrill getting more attack after the whole thing here I'm trying to do is buff my defense and make their attack less. Does Nightshade connect to the Braviary? It should just be flying, right? Let me make sure it's not normal flying. Braviary. I should have already had Cerebi up. Where's type? Normal, it is normal flying, so I think Nightshade might not connect to that. So yeah, we'll just go with this and Max Steel Spike. Actually, this is our last turn of Dynamax, so I think I want to hit into that. So the Braviary is not doing too much to us. What it's really doing... Oh, okay, battle canceled. So maybe I was kind of crunched for time there because I spent like 25 seconds looking up Braviary's typing. But I guess they realized they weren't doing too much damage to us there, so that's why they conceded. Okay, so we're starting off with a win here. We'll continue with this team. I was kind of talking up this team about how hard it was to play, but that was just kind of a simple game, and we Steel Spiked twice off the bat and burnt them, so they weren't doing a lot of damage, and I guess that's why they scooped. Okay, this team is very interesting. They got a Gothitelle, Serena, Braviary, the Fish, Legendary Fish. Nothing that I think could really deal with Clefable. I actually don't think I've used Clefable yet with this team. Oh, no, I have used it once. I remember as soon as I saw Minimize that I have used it before. So I could go Dusclops, Clefable. I could just go super tanky here. They could lead to Dracovish, and that means I would need... I think I'm just kind of... I feel safe leading the Dusclops Haxorus, so I think that's what I'm going to do for now. I don't see a reason to really not lead that. Definitely bring the Snorlax, and then... I don't see Clefable helping too much. I don't see Arcanine helping at all, so I think Toxapex is just the last pick here. Be sure to let me know what teams you guys have been liking, what Pokemon you like in Sword and Shield. For double battles. Like I said, I really like Toxapex and Dusclops in this team. Trick Room has just kind of always been my thing. I've always kind of liked that strategy. But there's so many viable Pokemon and a lot of viable strategies in Sword and Shield doubles right now, so I think that's super great for the game. Okay, so they led the Dracovish. We're definitely going to Trick Room. Actually, they might be Trick Rooming. Is it possible that they are Trick Rooming? Probably is possible. I think I'm just gonna jam the Trick Room here, and we'll go with a Wormwind. When I see Dracovish, I don't really think Trick Room, but when I see Gothitelle, I do, so it's weird. We'll have to see what's going on. Gothitelle fake out on Haxorus, that's fine by me, because I Dynamaxed. And we get the Oko on Dracovish, let's go. So they definitely didn't expect that happening since they led with the fake out. So I think we've already got them where we want them. That's really devastating. Really, really great for us. I think... a Will-O-Wisp, Sylveon, and I kind of want to Steel Spike it in case it's sashed. So that's why I want to Will-O-Wisp it, I'm sorry. So I want to Will-O-Wisp Steel Spike in case it's sashed. But in the event it's not, that I'm wasting a Will-O-Wisp, so I guess I could Will-O-Wisp Gothitelle, and we'll Steel Spike Sylveon. Oh no, this is not going to be good. I'm thinking the Sylveon is faster than my Haxorus, so I should swing first, but if they're trained for Trick Room, okay, Hyper Voice. Dirt Spray, raise its special attack, and here we get to see if it is sashed. It is not, so we just get an Oko on Sylveon and an Oko on Dracovish. That's really, really good. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to come back from that. Here's Braviary. That's definitely quicker than our Pokemon, so we should be moving first here again. I think we will Will-O-Wisp the Braviary. And... Gothitelle has Fake Out, but I feel like it's just kind of a support Pokemon anyway, right? So, Max Wormwind does more damage, it lowers their attack, so it lowers the Braviary's attack. Battle is cancelled. Okay, awesome. So, 2 games in a row where they just concede to the Dusclops Haxorus combo. We're raising our defense, we're Trick Rooming them. It seems pretty great. We'll go one more game today. I was going to just do 2 for today's video, but... excuse me, since both of our opponents conceded pretty early on, we'll go for a 3rd game. Moving on up. Can we actually just go to number 11 in this video? I think we were all the way at the bottom of 10 when I started. Okay, some more weird stuff here. We got Goodra. Let's look some of this stuff up. Togedemaru. Let's see. Yeah, Nuzzle, Electric Terrain. So I've played against the Togedemaru once I played against... I don't think I've ever played against Goodra in this game yet. I don't think I played against Milotic in this game yet. They seem like they're fine against Trick Room because they have at least a few slow Pokemon, depending on how they're trained. But I still think our Trick Room is fine to lead with, and I don't think they have any fighting-type moves. So I kind of want to lead with the Snorlax here, because they have a few Pokemon that are scaring me off the Haxorus lead. Yeah, so I think I'll lead with Snorlax, bring Toxapex, and for our last Pokemon, I guess we'll bring Clefable. This one's going to be weird. I'm not bringing either Arcanine or Haxorus just because of the typing of their Pokemon, so I don't have my heavy hitters. This is going to be a really, really defensive game. But this team is built to play a defensive match, so that's fine. I'll just have to play it correctly. So this is where playing this team is hard comes in. Okay, so Arcanine, Intimidate, yeah. Milotic has Life Orb, good to know. Arcanine, Citrus Berry. We'll start off with the Trick Room and Curse. Play Rough and a Muddy Water. Muddy Water did a fair amount of damage. Our team's actually really good against Pokemon using Life Orb because we have Sustain and they can't attack without hurting themselves. Now might be an okay time to Pain Split the Arcanine. And then we could... Actually, let's go ahead and Will-O-Wisp the Milotic so it's losing more a turn. And I kind of want to Curse here, the Snorlax, so it'll take barely anything from the Arcanine's Play Rough if they do that again, plus we have the Citrus Berry to restore health before the Milotic hits us. Okay, so they actually withdrew Arcanine. They're putting in Ferrothorn. Okay, Ferrothorn's pretty good here. Ferrothorn's really good against us because it has Leech Seed. So we're cursing again. We're at +1 attack now because of the Intimidate. Muddy Water, both of our Pokemon should live through this. Yeah, good, good, good. Eat the Citrus Berry. They take burn damage, and they also damage themselves with the Life Orb. Now, I think I also want to do I want to Will-O-Wisp that? We can probably Pain Split on the Ferrothorn here. And lowering the special defense doesn't really do much for us. So they're hitting us with Muddy Water every time. I think Curse should be fine. Yeah, Curse should be fine. We don't have to recycle just yet. I think we just want to keep using Curse. And I want to Pain Split the Ferrothorn before I Will-O-Wisp it. Power Whip. And Muddy Water. Dusclops avoids Muddy Water. That is huge. That's so big. Critical hit on the Snorlax though. That kind of sucks. And my accuracy fell. So here I do this, and I think Facade should do a nice bit of damage. Actually, we could just Dynamax here. I'm only at 72 health. Dynamax probably isn't good enough. I think we Facade the Milotic here. Into Arc. Oh, that hurts. So they know so we're wasting a burn here, and also Intimidate's lowering Snorlax, so that's wasting another curse. So Recycle would have ended up being better here. Oh, Milotic used Recover. Okay. Interesting. I think Nightshade Facade knocks out Milotic. Oh, unless it has Protect, then we're screwed. Let's Nightshade it and Recycle, just in case they do have Protect. We're not wasting our entire turn here. Okay, perfect. They have Protect. I'm glad I thought about that. So we are wasting our Nightshade attack, but Recycle, we still got that. And then play rough. Our defense is so high on Snorlax. Dimensions return to normal. So we're just going to Trick Room again and Recycle again. Fortunately, none of my opponents have hit me with a taunt when playing this team. That would just really suck here in this kind of situation. Flare Blitz, is this into Dusclops? It is, but we have the Eviolite, so we live. But Muddy Water might knock us out. Muddy Water might knock out Dusclops, and then that really sucks. We hang on with 2 health! Let's go! Let's go, Eviolite Dusclops. You are just too good. Milotic takes burn damage. Okay, so here we definitely Pain Split. And then it's possible that Milotic recovers here. So we could really do anything here. We can curse the Snorlax. We can Facade into the Arcanine, which I think is okay. We could Recycle our Berry. Recycle seems pretty safe because I think they are either recovering or protecting here with Milotic. We'll get some damage in on the Arcanine. If they switch into Ferrothorn, they switch. But so there's the Protect. It was either that or Recover, so next turn it will probably be Recover. Arcanine avoided the Facade. I don't think it would have been done too much damage, but we are Pain Splitting, so actually I think the Recycle would have ended up being better. Or maybe the Facade would have gotten them to eat the berry, and then we could do that after. Dusclops attack falls, I really don't care about that. They might switch the Milotic. Let's see what we do here. I actually think another Pain Split is fine into Arcanine. And we Facade into the Milotic. If they don't switch the Milotic, I think we take a knockout on it. They do switch the Milotic. So I think we'll get hit with the Thorns here. So that was definitely in the realm of possibility, but I didn't decide to make the call. Pain Split the Arcanine again, just keep getting its down, keep taking its HP down a notch. And Flare Blitz, so it's going to lose HP again. And Dusclops is kind of back to where it started. Okay, so we're going to Will-O-Wisp and Recycle. So the Will-O-Wisp is huge because it takes down their HP a little at a time, and then also halves their attack, and Ferrothorn is a physical attacker. Another Flare Blitz. We live through it. Interesting. Okay, so here I think we'll Pain Split with the Ferrothorn, and I will Facade into the Arcanine. Nice, we take the knockout on Arcanine. Power Whip into Dusclops. We survive. They take burn damage, and I think that has Black Sludge or leftovers, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, awesome. So what does... So that has choice... Has a choice something. As I mentioned, I'm not an expert, so but I think because they just keep going in with Power Whip, they're definitely locked into that move. Both Pokemon are really, really weak. We're going to switch into Toxapex here. And I think my Milotic will either recover or protect. So I'm just going to Dynamax Max Strike through the Milotic. If it doesn't protect, then we knock it out. And they are faster than us now because Trick Room is reset, so if it recovers, we'll still do a good chunk of damage to it. Okay, so we get hit with the Muddy Water. Body pressing the Snorlax is super effective, and it looks like it didn't even touch him. That's funny. Then we take out the Milotic. We also lower Ferrothorn's speed with the Max Strike, which is super nice since Trick Room's over. So I think we have all but won this game now. They have one Pokemon left, correct? And it is Goodra. I don't know Goodra's use. I don't know what kind of attacks are coming out of this Pokemon. So I think we're just going to hit him with a Baneful Bunker and A max darkness seems okay. But this should be our game. I don't see us losing this game unless Goodra does some crazy stuff that I don't know about. So Dynamax Goodra. That is a big dragon with goo. We got Baneful Bunker. We're bunkered down. Max Wormwind into Snorlax. I'm doing a whopping, what was that, 20 damage? Ferrothorn Power Whip into the bunker. And we got a Max Darkness, which should KO Ferrothorn and also lowers Goodra's special defense, which is good because Toxapex's only attack is special attack. Now, if they don't concede here, then I could either Scald or I can stockpile. I think we want to just Scald since it has a chance at burning. And since I'm using Scald, I'll go with the Max... Or do I not go with the Max Darkness because Max Strike has Stab? Lowering the special defense. We'll go with Max Strike because of the Stab, actually. Max Quake should actually do a good bit of damage to Toxapex. Okay, it does more than half of its damage, but we survived through it, which is really what matters. Special defense is back up to neutral now. Scald does virtually no damage and also doesn't get the burn. Max Strike does a good chunk. And our Dynamax for Snorlax is over. I think they're just going to hit in the Snorlax again, so we should be free to switch into Clefable. And if they hit in the Snorlax again, Recycle will be a waste if they don't hit in the Snorlax. We'll just hit them with the Facade. So Max Wormwind on the Snorlax. Like I thought would happen, if they hit it into the Clefable, that would have been fine with me because it would have no effect. Facade for not too much damage, and Goodra's Dynamax is over now. I'm actually surprised our opponent hasn't conceded yet. We kind of got off easy with how quick our last two opponents conceded. Here's the Moonblast. And not quite enough to knock it out. Can Facade do it? They're looking for the best Earthquake ever here to just win the game. But I don't think that can happen. And Facade knocks out the Goodra. There we go. So, I probably made this team and myself in association look much better than reality because we kind of just won 3 easy matches there. But let's see where we are on the tier. Oh, nope, I do not want a single battle. Let's just update our double rank, please. update rank. Of course, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are enjoying my journey into becoming somewhat okay at VGC. Let's see where we are. We hit Master Ball tier. Let's go. You've reached rank max. Your tier has been raised to Master Ball tier, and we got hella BP, and we are number 6,468. So we've really got some climbing to do in the next about a week or two of the season. Thank you guys for watching. I'm glad you could be here for me to hit Master Ball tier. I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.